Yasmin has asked a question, and that is a question of many. She has asked how to discover the passion of my life. She says that I spent so many years studying something, and at one point of time, I just left it, picked up something else. So, this is what is happening in my life. Now, how do we find our life path in such situations? Well, let me tell you, Yasmin, it may appear like a wasteful way, but this is the way of ascending Dwapar Yuga. It is not about focus, it is about integrating the diversities. That is the crux of this yoga, the creative yoga. Even 50 years back, the expertise was highly valuable. You got to be an expert into something. For example, you are a civil engineer, or you are a radiologist, or you are a journalist, and you were supposed to focus your whole life on that, and one day you will make some career out of it, and you will succeed. Now let me tell you, such a way do not work in today's era. If you are focused on just one expertise, your shelf life is very small, and things will collapse very soon. You need to regenerate yourself, recreate yourself. So let me first explain what is that which makes people keep doing the same thing again and again, pursue just one thing in their whole life. They have the motivation of achieving something outwardly. For example, they want to earn money, they want to have fame, they want to have secured life, or whatever. So, what they are doing is not important. What is important to them is what they will achieve out of it. But what if a person is not outwardly focused? What if a person does not find satisfaction in achieving all that outwardly things? What if a person is longing to discover her soul, longing to discover the joy of life, the satisfaction, the creativity, the love? So then all this money and fame and security is not going to attract you. And your soul is calling for something. You learnt it, you excelled in it, and one day you find that okay, now soul is no more supporting. It is no more longing for that, and now it wants something else. So you switch to something else. So it seems you are a soul oriented person. That is why you have been switching. But now, how do we live such a life? Well, let me tell you, it is not a disadvantage, it is a very big advantage. You could be out here to create something totally new. This is the era where the merger or integration of two totally unrelated things leads to some new creation. Let me tell you, the great scientist Niels Bohr was an expert in the Upanishads. Today, I can tell you, if somebody is a Sanskrit scholar and also a computer engineer, it's the combination of this skill is highly in demand. Somebody is a doctor and also electronics engineer. So this is the era where such kind of hybrid professions are most highly valued. Every time you have expertise in two or more than two totally diverse things, there is a possibility for you to create something totally new. So, what is the process of creating that new? First thing is to understand that it is not that you have switched from one thing to another. Rather, there is a huge creation to be unraveled, to be unfolded. You explored one dimension of that before, and there is another dimension of that you are exploring now. So, you haven't yet reached the whole picture. So, there is no need to feel that you have wasted your time in learning something and now you're learning something else. I really would invite you to practice the Quanto Life Synthesis. It will integrate everything in your life. Many times we think, oh, I wasted so much time in my life in that. No, nothing is a waste. Whatever you are considering a waste, there is a great lesson hidden in that. Sometimes you think you have a hobby and you have a profession and both are different. No, totally not. That's not the Quanto living. In Quanto living, your hobbies, profession, everything becomes one. All the splintered dimension of life becomes one. What you need to do is you need to feel all this splintered dimension within yourself as psychic imprints and let everything get integrated within yourself, and you will feel there would be a great creative blossoming for you. You may be able to discover something totally new, create something totally new. But yes, I can tell you, unless you move into a very holistic practice like Quanto Life, it is not going to happen. So I really invite you, come and experience, integrate the multiple dimension of yourself and let your creative flourishing happen.